Hello, everyone, and welcome to BodyBags. I'll be your reviewer for today. I'm Lonnie from Terror and Tats, and just recently I acquired the Camille Keaton in Italy box set put out by Vinegar Syndrome, and I got the go ahead that over the next three, yep, three, over the next 3 random weeks, I'm going to be reviewing the movies in this box set, and this is a very nice, very beautiful box set. Vinegar Syndrome really did a good job of putting this whole thing together. And the movies I'll be reviewing, there's Madeline, there's Tragic Ceremony, and there's Sex of the Witch. So today I'm going to start with the one that I think if I waited until later, everybody'd be like, well, why didn't you do that one first? We're going to go with Sex of the Witch. So it's nice to see they're all in their own individual cases. And here we go. Now, there we go. There's Sex of the Witch. I chose I went with the, alternative art cover. There's the other one. I don't know. It's kind of on the fence which one I like more. But anyway. So, a little thing you need to know about this movie, though, even though this comes from the Camille Keaton in Italy box set, Camille Keaton is not the star of the movie. It's more of an ensemble cast, and she's just part of the ensemble. Her character is Anne. And honestly, this movie, not the best. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not really the greatest movie I've ever seen. The story is about the Hilton family. And Thomas Hilton, he's laying in bed. He's on the verge of death. And he's surrounded by all of his children, his family members. And he's kind of like looking at them just as he's about to die. And he's kind of like, sizing them all up and kind of also giving the audience a little bit of a exposition about their characters. And I think I said this already. She plays Camille Keaton plays one of the daughters, Anne. Well, anyway, just as he's about to die, he said that, it's explained that in his will that his estate, his money, everything's going to be all divided equally among the children, the family members. The one person that he's not going to include in his will is his sister, Evelyn. And the reason why is because he suspects that, that she's up to no good, that she dabbles in witchcraft, and that she hates, the other members of the family. And supposedly part of the reason or part of the thing that he wanted to do before he died was that he wanted to get his family to come together and put their differences aside and love each other and, work as a family unit, which that didn't happen. So he dies, and then, it's explained that, that the inheritance will be divided equally, that they will have to stay at they would have to stay at his mansion for I think it's a week, something like that. And if any of them were to die, then, the inheritance would go to the other family members, divided equally among the other family members. And if the plot of this sounds familiar, if you've ever seen the movie Legacy of Blood with John Carradine, it's pretty much the exact same premise as that movie. In that movie, John Carradine, his character was like the patriarch of this family, and he dies. And his estate is to be divided equally among the staff and the children and everything else. And if any of them were to die, the remaining money would go to the others. And then one by one in this movie, the same thing happens. One by one, the family members start being picked off, and it's kind of like the funny thing about this movie, the way it's marketed is excuse me. The way this movie's marketed, it's kind of meant to be a giallo mixed with kind of a 1970s gothic, occult, witchcraft, satanic kind of movie, kind of a thing. And you can even see there, you got the upside down cross and everything else. It's meant to be like that. But truth be told, I'm going to be honest with you, this movie is it's more softcore. Now you might be asking, does Camille Keaton, does she get nude in this movie? And, she is topless in a scene. But it's not like she shows everything. But there are actresses in this movie that definitely do show everything. Um, Honestly, like this movie is, like I said, it's more softcore than it is giallo. It's more softcore than it is an occult horror film. You have he's kind of the weird, kind of like the caretaker of the house. His name is Tony, and the first time we see him, um, he's like in the kind of like the family crypt, and he's like wiping down this tomb that they're getting ready to put Thomas Hilton in, and this tomb also has like a passageway, and this one I forget the character's name, but she's kind of like the maid slash cook slash cleaning lady, so on. She kind of does like all these things. Well, she emerges from this crypt, and then they go on to have this, it's definitely a simulated sex scene, but it goes on for a number of minutes. And probably the most scariest thing you're going to see in this movie is seeing this guy Tony's flaccid penis a lot, which really, yeah, that's probably the scariest thing in this movie. But so it's kind of funny. It's meant to be this kind of hot sex scene, but the problem is you keep seeing that, and it looks more like she's dry humping him more than anything else. But but anyway, so get away from that. Um, and the killer, they believe that it's Evelyn and she's using witchcraft. But the thing is she killing them, or is she like using her witchcraft to possess the other family members to kill each other, that kind of a thing? I mean, that's a little bit of, it's a good idea, but they just don't really go far enough with it, in my opinion. And like I said, it's just kind of like after a while, I got to be honest, I just kind of kept tuning out because it would just keep going into the. I'm not even kidding. There's a scene with um, Tony, the cook, the cleaning lady, whatever, and I believe it's one of the daughters of the family. They get into this three-way scene, and I'm not even kidding. This scene goes on for like almost 10 minutes. I mean, seriously, the movie has a running time of oh, what does it say here? 95 minutes, I think it says. It's really small in there. It's kind of hard to read, but I'm not even kidding. It's like you kind of wonder, like, man, did they just put all this in just because they didn't have enough story and they're just trying to pad out the running time? But holy hell, man, it's just after a while you're just kind of like, it's like, yeah, it's nice, beautiful naked women, but come on, kind of like if you're trying to watch the movie and stuff. But I would definitely say this movie is not that great. I would just say like, yeah, it's. As a matter of fact, that's supposed to be Camille Keaton's character right there. Anyway, but I would just say like, yeah, just definitely not the best giallo I've ever seen. No, I mean I understand. I mean I know that giallo movies, they're known for their sleazy element. Giallos have not all of them, but a good number of giallos, are known to be, have sleaze and nudity and sex and things like that in it. But I just kind of feel like that just kind of overtakes this movie, and it just kind of gets you to the point like by the time the killer is revealed, and what's going on, and is witchcraft even involved, by the time you get to that you just don't even care anymore. Like I said, I just kind of felt myself just kind of tuning out, but um, anyway, I mean, yeah, I mean, this is good to have, if you like, sleazy softcore movies and stuff like that. If you like that, you'll love this. But just as far as like, yeah, if you're going into this expecting like a real good horror movie, or a real good giallo or something like that, I think you're gonna kind of feel let down, be like, nah, I've definitely seen a lot better. But anyway, though, yeah, that's pretty much about all I can say. I know, of course, obviously here on Body Bags, we always try not to give away the ending, and we try to leave it for the audience to watch the movie and decide for themselves. So I'm not going to give away the ending. I'm not going to reveal who the killer turns out to be. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah. Sex of the Witch, not great for the horror, not great for your horror or giallo collection. But if you collect a lot of erotica and softcore films, you're gonna want this one. So that's pretty much gonna do it, everybody. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it, and I appreciate you for doing it. I also hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a like. If you haven't already, go and subscribe to the BodyBags channel. We have a different video, one different reviewer, one for every day of the week. I'm the Saturday reviewer. All the other guys are great. They're doing great stuff. And, we got a lot of fun weeks coming up. We got theme weeks. We got, label weeks, all that kind of stuff coming up. So, yeah, keep tuning in and it's going to be a blast. So, everybody, take care. Have a good night. And I'll see you later.